to all of our Indian fans in Bangalore at the SEM Summit Bangalore. We're really excited to have you with you and happy to present this, this special video. This week, on Whiteboard Friday, we're going to be talking about interlinking your site. And this is a particularly relevant, I think, interesting topic for a lot of people who are thinking about, like, I own, several websites, or I have relationships with a lot of websites. I control a bunch of sites. Maybe they're sites of clients or partners. A lot of times they're just sites that you've owned and registered yourself, or that your company has. And I hear a lot of this question and introspection around, like, how much can I interlink? Can I, interlink between all the pages and all the sites to help boost my page rank and send good anchor text, all these kinds of things? It seems like owning my own websites, I can control all this stuff. It'll be really good for my SEO. But there are some dangers here, right? The search engines don't want to be manipulated by someone who owns 50 or 100 or 1,000 different websites. And so you need to be careful. There's some best practices to follow along these lines. I'm going to use some simple examples, but you can extrapolate these out to more complex situations or the specific situation you might be facing. So the first rule of this interlinking phenomenon is to link for humans and users first and think about engines second. Now, the reason for this isn't because I'm telling you, you have to be super pearly white hat and we can never do anything that would affect or impact or manipulate the search engines. I understand that you're going to want to get good anchor text. You're going to want to flow link juice from powerful pages to pages that need to be indexed, that you want to rank well. And that's okay, so long as you think about why humans would want to pass from one page to another. So let me give you an example. Let's say I'm on this domain that I own and control, and I can find a page on here where, I talk about something that exists on domain 2, a resource, a relevant topic, something where you can learn more information about that specific subject, whether it's a commercial intent, informational oriented, a cool piece of link bait, a piece of news, whatever it is that exists over here. That makes great sense to link over to, right? And I think it's perfectly fine and legitimate to link from those. So for example, if there's some great news about how elephants at a particular zoo have been thriving in the new environment, and you want to rank well for elephants at this particular zoo, or say the Bangalore Zoo, it's fine if you have some content over here that mentions those words, that's talking about them in a post, in an update, in a news item, something relevant, and you link over. That works great, because that way humans who might want to learn more about this topic can go over there and they can get that information. It's exactly what they want. And now engines as well will see and recognize that. But if you do something spammy or manipulative, and this goes to rule number 2, and you put something like, Elephants Bangalore Zoo in the footer, right, of every page, like, this page has it, that page has it, that page, and they're all linking over to this one, and then domain 3 and domain 4 and domain 5, they're all linking there too. That's super weird, right? So putting those things in footers, having overly optimized anchor text, right, anchor text that just doesn't sound natural, doesn't fit with the flow of the page, has nothing to do with the content of what's on there. Throwing in unrelated links, throwing in an Elephants Bangalore Zoo when this page is about, where to buy pens. Just that kind of stuff is going to be confusing to humans as to why it exists. And that'll mean that it might get spam reported to Google, it might be seen manually by quality raters, or it might be algorithmically detected, none of which you want to have happen. And besides which, you don't want to be scaring off your users with this manipulative, junky stuff anyway, right? Users are sensitive to spam and manipulation just like engines are. And they'll be turned off. They'll think less of your brand and your site when they see that kind of stuff. So watch out for that. Third, they see that kind of stuff. So watch out for that. Third, last rule, Google really knows a lot about what's happening on the web. Through not just things like Google Analytics, but through Google Webmaster Tools, through email accounts, through FeedBurner, through the Google toolbar, right? And if they see that you appear to be trying to hide a link profile from them, and link profiles are looking really similar between your different domains, and there's lots of interlinking happening, and the registration or hosting looks like it matches, there are some SEOs certainly out there who are advanced and sophisticated enough to be able to spread their network out and have that rigid discipline about never visiting the same 2 sites the Google toolbar on, and not making sure that no Webmaster Tools accounts are linked, all this kind of stuff that black hat operators often have to jump through these different hoops. There are ways to do it, but as an ordinary marketer, ordinary operator, SEOmoz type white hat operator, you're really going to want to be authentic. And it's okay to link between sites that you own. I wouldn't be paranoid about this. Just make sure that you follow these rules and do it in a genuine, authentic way. Because then Google is not going to be like, oh, this guy owns these sites, he's linking back and forth between these. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, he has some news about elephants, and he points over here, yeah, that makes total sense. Or, on his about page, he mentions the other sites that are also owned by the business owners of this site. Seems totally reasonable and fine. Maybe the privacy policy might have, this privacy policy or these terms of use govern these 5 different websites and link out to all of them. That's okay, right? That makes total sense. But having manipulative anchor text in the footer of every page or in the sidebar of every page on all these different domains, that's going to get you in trouble. I'd watch out for that. Alrighty, hopefully you've enjoyed this edition of Whiteboard Friday. Take care. We'll see you again soon.